What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB postseason recap. Bryce Harper just got called out on his own birthday, by the way, by the general manager of the Phillies. And also, we're going to talk about Game 3 of the ALCS. Vladdy could have gone for the second cycle in postseason history, but he stopped at second base. If you're brand new here, we recap every baseball game almost every single day, so never miss out. Leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to save yourself 20 bucks off on SeatGeek with code Fuzzy. And we went a whopping 6 for 6 yesterday on Underdog Fantasy. I made you guys a ton of money, so return the favor. If you're a brand new user, download Underdog Fantasy today. They're gonna give you $100 if you play 5 today if you enter code Fuzzy. They're also gonna give you a free pick for tonight's NFL game. A lot's going on over there, so download Underdog with code Fuzzy. All right, let's start talking baseball. So before we recap Game 3 of the ALCS, I want to talk about the fact that today is Bryce Harper's birthday. He turns 33 years old, and he just got one of the worst birthday gifts I've ever seen in my life. His own GM just threw him under the bus. Let me break this down super quick. Dave Dombrowski had a press conference, and he literally said that he doesn't know if Bryce Harper is going to be elite anymore. He said that Bryce Harper was just, man, he was good this last year, but not elite. I just need you guys to listen what he had to say. I'm going to put some captions because it's kind of hard to hear, so let me throw some captions on this. I cannot believe that Dave Dombrowski would say this about the face of his franchise.
I don't think, in Bryce's case, of course, he's still a quality player. He didn't have an elite season like he has had in the past. I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good. It's not like it's like if you say to me, I look around the league, I'm trying to think, Freddie Freeman. He's a really good player, right? He still is a good player. Is he elite like he was before? Probably not to the same extent, and so that's nothing negative. Freddie's a tremendous player, and that's, to me, is Bryce. Can he rise to the next level again? I don't really know that answer. And really, he's the one that will dictate that more than anything else, is what it comes down to.
Why in the world would you say that? It's almost like Dave Dombrowski was talking to his grandchildren and just learned about the term rage bait and is trying to rage bait Bryce Harper into having an MVP campaign and motivating, I put that in air quotes, a 2-time MVP. We're talking about Bryce Harper, who missed 30 games throughout the season and still had 30 plus doubles, almost 30 home runs, a 130 OPS plus, and he hit 322 in high leverage situations with the 1. OPS when it mattered the most. I know that he had one bad series in October, his first bad series in quite some time. He almost has a 1,000 career OPS in October. I don't know why we're choosing Bryce Harper to focus all of our energy on Dave Dombrowski, especially on it's his birthday. Also, in his little brain, he really thought it was a good idea to bring up Freddie Freeman not being elite in air quotes as a way to justify throwing Bryce Harper under the bus. 141 OPS plus, Freddie Freeman, that is, apparently isn't elite anymore. I thought this was AI slop. What is he doing? Some Phillies fans, and some, maybe a couple, I can count them on one hand, are saying that this was a great press conference because it's going to motivate Bryce Harper. Again, I don't know how it makes sense to try and motivate a 2-time MVP and one of the most clutch players of all time, and the chosen one. He was on the cover of a magazine at 16 years old. We don't need to motivate Bryce Harper. What are we doing? So now that we have my fanboy rant out the way, let's talk about Game 3 of the ALCS. Let's see if the Mariners can go up 3-0, and by the way, they're in their home ballpark for the first time in this ALCS. Randy Johnson, he threw out the first pitch to the Vibes. They were already immaculate. And also, by the way, it was like 49 degrees here in Las Vegas last night where I'm from. It was the most fall-feeling postseason game I've felt in a while. I'm so ready for the World Series. It's going to be a cold winter. Anyway, we got Biebs on the bump versus George Kirby. Randy took a walk, and J-Rod, he's having a monster playoffs. He just made it back-to-back games with a home run. He's the first Mariner to do that since Brett Boone in 2001. That is the brother of Aaron Boone. By the way, J-Rod has 8 RBIs and 8 games in these 2025 playoffs, and he's not even 25 years old yet. So, sky's the limit with J-Rod. He could be a 80-90 WAR type player. He's been that good to start his career. The Jays have been awful so far in these championship series. Ernie Clement's double ignited a rally, and Andrés, he sparked it even more. So you have Biebs on the bump with Ernie Clement doubling and Andrés Giménez going yard. This was basically a 2022-2023 Guardians game. Vladdy, he's 2 for 2. We have another Blue Jays double. You have Nathan Lucas skedaddling over to third base. George Kirby was just not himself. He allowed multiple walks, which again is not George Kirby-like at all. Kirk's on base free of charge because he got walked, and then Kirby spiked a curve, and a lot of people were blaming this on Cal because Cal was deploying that one knee approach, and that got some flack. I really think that Cal should have done a better job at blocking, but then again, I'm a college dropout. I never made it past high school baseball. Who am I to say that Cal should have just dropped to block it? But I felt like that would have been a better idea. Anyways, Dalton Varsho. 2 more are scoring on another Blue Jays extra base hit. This ball barely stayed in. These next few swings did not stay in. George Springer went perfect for a 431-foot home run, his 3rd home run this postseason and 22nd all-time. He ties Bernie Williams. Vladdy, he has 4 home runs and 10 RBIs in 7 games this October. He has been a menace. Kirby, on the other hand, got lit up for an 8 spot. Ernie drove in that 8th run off of Vargas, but that run does go to George Kirby's ERA. Ernie Clement is batting .462 with 6 RBIs in 7 games. Call him Ernie Clemente. He also has 1 strikeout in almost 30 plate appearances. Now we have the runner in scoring position, King Alejandro Kirk. He loves these situations. I mean, see, Victor Robles, he climbed this like he was in the bigs too, but he misjudged the landing spot big time. Kirk's 3rd home run of the postseason made it 12-2. Randy and Cal, I want to show these clips just because it's Randy and Cal going yard. They go back to back. Randy still has a .990 OPS for his career in the playoffs, and Cal now has 63 total home runs in 2025. Addison Barger, I believe that he was the last starter who had 4 at-bats without a base hit, and he made his lone base hit count. He goes yard. That is the 5th home run of the game for the Blue Jays. That ties a postseason record. This was a very bad sign for Mariners fans, like very bad to the 4th degree. The Jays are a momentum-based offense, and again, you might have just opened Pandora's box. This could be very bad. Let's go ahead and preview game number 4 that will be happening later tonight. So Max Scherzer, he is taking the mound, and at the ripe age of 41 years old, I need you guys to take these stats with a grain of salt because, again, these are Max Scherzer stats from the years past combined. For his career against the current Mariners lineup, he's held them to a tiny 2.04 batting average with a near 32% strikeout rate. Now, he has struggled throughout his career in Seattle, so again, take those stats with a grain of salt. They're insane, but he's 41 years old, and he's kind of struggled in Seattle. So there you go. Let's talk about the other starter, Luis Castillo. He had a 2.5 ERA at home this year and a 4+ ERA on the road, so Castillo's at his best when he's in Seattle. Now, I will say, Toronto hitters have made some contact throughout their career against Luis Castillo, but the quality of contact favors Luis Castillo. It's kind of just been dinking and dunking. Castillo, look for him to have a good day. We have another preview for a game happening today. Game 3 of the NLCS. We're back in LA. Glasnow, he's going for the Dodgers. He's been a menace against this current Brewers roster. He has a 33% strikeout rate against them and a microscopic 141 batting average against. He's also been much better in LA than on the road. Game 3 is in LA. Now, at the time of this recording, the Brewers have not announced who is going to start game number 3, so if it comes out, I'll try and fix that, but as of right now, we only know Glasnow. One more thing about the Dodgers, super quick. Ohtani, he is taking on-field batting practice, I think, for the first time in 2 years. I don't think that Dodgers fans have ever seen him hit on the field because he's always down in the clubhouse, kind of shying away or just hiding himself because, again, if Ohtani was hitting on the field, it'd be absolute mayhem. You know that he's going through it, though. If Ohtani is coming out with his walk-up song blaring, he's taking on-field BP, something that he never does. He's going through it, and in large part because he's facing almost nothing but lefties this postseason. Expect that to not really change in this next game. Because as I was recording, it was announced that Aaron Ashby is yet again starting. This dude throws 99 with a wicked arm angle. He's disgusting, so he's going to go 1 or 2 innings at most. I like Aaron Ashby. Before we end today's recap, we have 4 this day in MLB histories. October 16, 2003, Aaron Boone, he walked it off to send the Yankees to the Winter Classic. I'll never forget that. It's a big reason why he's got the Yankees job today. 5 years later, October 16, 2008, Boston made a historic comeback. They came down after being down 7 runs in the 7th inning. 2014, Travis Ishikawa, I remember this. I mean, I was in Reno when this happened. I was with all my buddies from San Francisco. He walked it off to send the Giants to the World Series en route to them winning 3 in 5 years. It was a true dynasty. And then 5 years ago today, for the first time in postseason history, we had guys with the same names facing off against each other. Will Smith versus Will Smith. And Will Smith won. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek as well as on Underdog Fantasy. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe.